Welcome everybody. Welcome to another Quiet Storm D Gutter live talk show. And the title of this video is Advice for Men Long-Term Relationship. Who keeps it real and discuss issues that affect the community? The Quiet Storm Show. Who keeps it real and discuss men and women's needs? The Quiet Storm Show. Who's on the grind from 2 to 3 to 5 in the morning? The Quiet Storm Show. I'm your co-host, the infamous D Gutter, on the Quiet Storm Channel 2. And the title of this video is Advice for Men Long-Term Relationship. And I need you guys to donate to the Quiet Storm homepage on YouTube. Buy me a cup of coffee for $1. And I just wish I had this advice when I was in my 20s leaving home. And I'm going to drop some gems for y'all. I'm going to drop some serious gems. One, before you start a long-term relationship with any woman, you must have your own place. And the reason why you have your own place, because you could control the relationship, number one. Number two, she had to pretty much follow your lead. And number three, she know you could easily kick her out the minute she start disagreeing or the minute she start conflicting with you. So that's number one. Let's get this number one. Number one, you must accomplish getting your own place so you can control, number one, the relationship. And so she could always follow you. And she give you any conflict, you could throw her out. Two, whatever you do, young man, do not get her pregnant in your 20s. The reason why, if you get her pregnant in your 20s, you be in 21 years of slavery to her. And you know, family court is against men, and you know the system against men. And once you get her pregnant, your place will be hers. And number three, you must finish getting your high school diploma or your GED to maintain stability, to get the union jobs as a carpenter, a plumber, or electrician, or to be an entrepreneur. You know, I just wish somebody, you know what I'm saying, give me this advice when I was in my 20s leaving home. I just wish somebody did. Because I was raised up in the matriarch, you know what I'm saying, system of get in my vehicle, get in my car, meet up with a nice young lady, right? Had children, and we build together. That's wrong. That's that BS matriarch. Because if you move with her, young man, she's the woman in the house. She can able to dictate to you. Pretty much you'll be following behind her. And what happened one day you injured yourself from work? Or you lost your job. Now she's going to constantly throw stuff in your face saying that you have no initiative anymore. You're lazy. So that's what's very important for the woman to move in with you, not you moving with her. I'm going to break it down again for those who show up late. This is advice for young men who wants to be in a relationship, a long-term relationship. Advice for men who want to be in a long-term relationship with a woman. I'm going to break it down again. Number one, you have to maintain your own place. The reason why? So you can control the relationship. So she could follow your lead, not you follow her lead. And she knows she conflict with you, you're going to throw her out. She knows that. So she's going to pretty much follow your lead. Two, do not get her pregnant in your 20s. Because you'll be 21 years of slavery. When I'm talking about family court. And she's always going to hold that kid over your head to manipulate you. Three, you got to maintain a high school diploma or GED to get a union job, to get a competent plumber, electrician, or start your own entrepreneur. And I just wish I had that advice, you know what I'm saying, when I leave the house when I was in my 20s. Because no one gave me that advice. And number 4, you got to pretty much, you know what I'm saying, not only respect the elders, men in your communities, but take their advice. Because when I was in my 20s, I didn't take no advice from an elder man. Because I look at them as they old, and I'm young, and I'm going to do what I want to do. And I was completely wrong. I went through hardship, because I didn't have an elder man or mentor in my life. I went through hardship. And the reason why I say that, young man, because these older men been through the path that you're going through. And when they talk, just be quiet and listen. Listen to their advice, because one day you're going to get in a situation with your woman, and you're going to say, you know what, I talk about that with OG, or with the older man. And I'm glad we talk about it, because now I could approach the situation. Now I could deal with the situation. And a woman cannot raise a boy to a man. They can't do that. Because a female think totally different from a man. A female think, this is what female think manhood is. Go out there and fight. And someone disagree with you, fight. Talk loud. Be aggressive. Anybody disagree with you, you pretty much, you conflict with. That's not manhood. That's not manhood. That's like thinking like a woman. Real talk, people, manhood is based on life experience. It's based on life experience. You see, when you're late teens, young man, you pretty much, you're at your learning stage. In your 20s, you're still at your learning stage. 30s, your learning stage. Only in your 40s, you put your foot down. And the reason why I say you put your foot in your 40s, because you're more stern in your 40s. Again, just in case, you know what I'm saying, because my battery is low power. In your late teens, in your learning experience. In your 20s, in your learning experience. In your 30s, in your learning experience. Only in your 40s, you can put your foot down, because you become more stern in your 40s. And women know that in your 20s. That's how come they use their sexuality to manipulate you. And you're only worthy to them when you provide for them. This is real talk. You're only worthy to a woman if you can provide for them. That's why it's very important, young man, to get your own place. Because you know what I thought when I was in my 20s? You know what I thought? Get my own car. You know what I'm saying? Buy some jewelry. Meet up with a nice woman. Have children. Build together. No. That's that matriarch. And the reason why females want to keep it that way, because that's their only way to have full control of you. So again, for those who show up late to this video, this is advice for a young man who wants to be in a long-term relationship with a woman. Now, if you pretty much want to play the field, you want to be single, the same rules apply. You must have your own place. Now getting back to what I'm saying, for those who show up late to the video. 1, you must establish your own place. 2, do not get her pregnant in your 20s, because you'll be 21 years of slavery to her. The reason why, child support law. You have to support that child to the age of 21. Number 3, either get your high school diploma, your GED, for you to get these union jobs, construction, electrician, plumbing, carpenter, or entrepreneur. And number 4, listen to the elders in your neighborhood. Just be quiet and listen, because the advice they give you, because they've been through that path you went through. So when you do encounter a situation between you and your woman, you know how to deal with it, because an elder man gave you advice. You say, you know what? I talked to OG, or I talked to this older guy in my neighborhood, and he pretty much gave me advice. I'm glad we talked about it. Now I could deal with the situation. And this, again, the title of this video is Advice for Men Who Want to Be in a Long-Term Relationship with a Woman. Because I just wish somebody gave me this advice when I left my house in my 20s. No one that gave me that advice. And also to touch upon what Angry Man was talking about. The reason why Angry Man went through hardship through his life, because one, he didn't listen to any older gentleman in his neighborhood. Didn't listen, because he was stubborn and stuck in his ways. Two, he didn't maintain a high school diploma or GED. Three, he moved in with the woman instead of the woman moving with him. That's how come he have experienced hard time in relationship in his 20s. So the reason why I'm giving y'all guys gems. And hit that thumb up. Share and like this video, because I'm giving y'all guys gems. Because nobody taught me this when I left my house in my 20s. I learned the hard way. I learned through trial and error. Through life experience. And the reason why most of your men don't respect other men in your neighborhood, because y'all been raised in a single household. And your mother, since she's single, she don't respect men anyway. So you only know as much as you see, whatever your mother taught you. So you think manhood is basically wear your heart on your sleeve, say whatever you say out of your mouth, be defiant, and conflict with anybody who disagree with you. That's not manhood. That's thinking like a woman. Manhood is life experience and taking advice from an elder man in your community or in your family. And I need you guys to donate. I need you guys to donate to Quiet Storm Channel 2 and donate to buy me a cup of coffee for $1. And I'm out.